Okay, my health bar is green. And today we're picking a VTuber that looks a little bit more like reality. Just a tiny bit. Don't worry, don't worry. It's still fictional. The penny file. I'm gonna start with hydration. And good evening to you too. I hope you had a wonderful weekend with lots of sales. 838. Yeah, sales are very hard for independent artists. Oh, saving Princess Zelda without losing your life. That's always nice. I mean, saving Princess Zelda. Not losing your life is always a fun stuff. A fun thing as well. Today's penny is not being very cheerful. It's a few ending, but it is quite well, quite a lot for us nieuwigeiners. Also, not in the best mood, and that has to do with meeting a nasty seller. So, I'll give the weekly update soon enough. But first, let's start up the sketch. First, managed to do one episode of book 6 Dutch. Just one more and I'm at 1/3, so that's nice. Also, I hope I'm not being too jumpy with my VTuber. Let me reset it, because I think I'm a bit too jumpy. Whoop. And looking at screen. Boop. So if I look forward now, yeah, I look forward now. Good, 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 good. So at least I'm getting, I managed to do something. Tomorrow I will have to work late, so again, no editing. First day, I will come back to that later. I think I do one of the differently, so. So that's the creative part. What else? What was I doing this week? Did some streaming last Sunday. I mean, I'm getting quite far with all the painting. I'm actually amazed that I'm suddenly making big jumps with the paint, so the mass painting is working, which means that when I'm done painting I can start another project, and I know which one I want to start. There's also another project I want to start, but I want to do that offline first. Is my first initial idea, so might change that later. Then what this comic is going to be about, and I'm going to state it a bit dramatically and will nuance later on. The parking garage of our hospital kind of collapsed. Luckily, it was only the ramps of the cars going up and down, and it was at 10 p.m. on a Sunday. So we were very lucky that there were technically 2 people in the parking garage as far as we know. One was like, I'm seeing things rumble. Nope, 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 nope. Let's get out of here. So they are fine. And the other one was like, there's nice and lot of space in the parking garage. I'm hearing a bang. Puts away his car, turns around, and okay, something just collapsed. Let me get out of here. So yeah, that was the big news of this week. Parking garage collapsed. Luckily, no one was hurt. And even though there's never a good moment where those things can collapse, I think it collapsed at the best possible moment. So news said there are about 85 cars still in the garage. Not sure how many are, well, devastated beyond repair, and which are still fine. But you know, kind of the ramps are gone, so anything above the first, well, the ground floor, how the heck are you going to get them down? So that's still in progress. It happened on a Sunday evening, so news is still fresh. We really don't know a lot just yet, not even the cause. So as soon as we know, I'll probably do an updated penny. Then the other news is that someone I really care about was assaulted. I'm not going to say who because, you know, privacy. Just they are assaulted. And even though assault sounds really terrible, in this case it was a case of happy slapping. Like, haha, walking on the street, driving by on a scooter, and slap. However, what these joyful kids did not know is this person has a history with head injuries, and it could either be fatal or it could result in another surgery. So we were very worried. Well, okay, the death part didn't happen, luckily. And the surgery today, we got the news that most likely surgery isn't needed either. But the future will have to prove that, because it just happened and it could still result in something over time. So happy slapping, yeah, may seem like very much fun and haha, it's just a little slap, but it can cause so much issues. And yes, charges will be pressed, even though the guys will most likely never be found. Because, you know, those heroes wore black clothes, black helmets, black scooter, everything was black. So they hit themselves as well. So very brave kiddos. So yeah, that was quite a scare. And I'm very happy. The result is just a lot of paperwork and most likely hospital bills, which in the Netherlands are not that extreme, but you know, it's not covered. Hydrate. And if you ever hear someone like, hey, let's go happy slap, just let them know that a simple happy slap can cause someone's death. And if they're like, it's not that big, well, there's a whole song about it. There are cases known of people walking home, getting hit on the head, and never waking up again. And otherwise, just refer them to me. I will talk to them personally. And then I can post on r/traumatize them back. Because I have really my opinion ready about this. What they did to me, and I'm not even the victim. And what else? Well, and today I faced a very rude online seller. Can't say anything that much because, you know, privacy, unlike those other people who try to call me out and all that stuff. Went on a site that offered second-hand goods, and someone I know was looking for an item, and I was like, I'll order that for them. This seller has about 1.5k positive reviews, and they offer payment method A and payment method B. And no, I will not state which ones, that's not important for the story. Just remember A and B. And I'm like, well, I prefer payment option A. And this seller has payment option A. So I ordered it, got the invoice, and the seller was like, hello, you can pay using option B. And I was like, yeah, I get that, that's an option, but I kinda prefer option A, so please give me the information for option A. No, but I don't want option A, because option A is a lot more expensive for me. Yeah, I get that, but option B is going to be more expensive for me. There was a nuance I found out later on, but still, there are costs for me. So, yeah, I still want option A, plus it's more secure. Yeah, but it's option B is free as well, so option A is more expensive. I don't want that. And I'm like, okay, well, then cancel the order, because I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be forced in a payment option if you first give a choice. Don't offer it. Exactly, just what you're saying. Then don't offer it. Don't offer option A if you're not going to honor it. So I was like, okay, then cancel it. Sure, I wish you all the luck. I'll look somewhere else. Went into a whole tirade that I was being a scammer, and that I was being a fraud, and I was lying, and I was like, dude, what the heck is wrong with you? I was already like, I read other reviews, and whenever they had a negative review, there was always a very defensive reply, like, I couldn't do it because of this, and you have to feel sorry for me because of that, and that is way too much. And I'm like, I know you just want to do it, it's make a little bit of extra cash, but still, don't be so defensive. That was not needed. They also made a public forum post, like, are they lying? And of course, because I didn't know the nuance just yet, it came to the conclusion it should be free, but still, and here's the important part, the buyer chooses the payment method. If you think payment A is too high for you, then ask them to pay a little bit more. Or don't offer it. And even though they made over 1,000 sales, still, it's not fair. So they also blocked me, by the way, so I could never order them from them again, because I was a scamming person, now a scammer. Now I just wanted to buy books. That's just what I wanted to buy. And sure, they may have done it, may be of good faith. I don't think they are a scammer, but they're very rigid. And well, if they get stubborn, then I get stubborn as well. Okay, I have no idea what post to do. So yeah, they could have made about 100 euros, and they decided to be very stupid about it, defensive, and well, call someone out. That well, they called me out, but unjustified. They just simply insulted me. So yeah, I'm very glad. I also said I'm very happy they banned me, because you can leave reviews. I'm very happy to be banned because I don't have to justify my reasons. That's something I try to teach my volunteer sports club students as well. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to tell people why. Oh, apparently I made my daily step, but I didn't move. Okay. Don't explain yourself if it's not important for those people. And in this case, my reasons were not important. I just wanted payment A that they offered. But yeah, it does leave a very nasty aftertaste, because I'm not used to be called a scammer. And especially not because I just want to pick the option they offered. So that's pretty much the stories I have to share until now. Next week is AnimeCon. So I'll be seeing a couple of people I'm looking forward to see again on Saturday. I'll be bringing less. I still have to pack the things from my studio. But I'll do that this weekend. It's not that much, just grabbing a couple of canvases, packing in the pins. It's not that much, it's just something that needs to happen. I think that packing it all should take about, well, maybe half an hour to an hour. I still need to think of what to draw. I always draw live. And let's see, I have maybe I can work on my Christmas exchange. And maybe a few design sketches for the book 7. I mean, I have time to draw over there. I hope I won't have time to draw, because no time to draw means a lot of people. Okay, this face is so wrong on so many levels. Well, I'm glad you were able to join, but still, I would have rather you had no time because that meant lots of sales. And it was quite a shame that I had someone watching. And I was like, I need to split the stream, so I'll be going offline and online. I didn't even take a break. And they were like, okay, okay. And when I returned, they were gone. And it was like, I had less than a minute of downtime, so not sure why that happened. I'm gonna grab another color because I'm not seeing it. It was a shame because that person was really interested in my 3D prints. But you know what happened? Maybe they had a reason to leave. But I would love them to visit me again. Okay, I think I'm going to try and work with this. Also, that broom in panel 2, that's going to be a lot bigger. Don't worry about that. Do I need to move my camera a bit? According to the camera, I'm looking straight forward, which I'm not. I'm looking straight forwards right now. So, oh well. But yeah, I still have time to think about what to draw for, or actually at AnimeCon. I prefer something I can draw for memory. And actually I want to sketch because that means the 3D print sketching. Unfortunately, I also have to demonstrate the Copic marker, so that means no um, no time for sketching. And I don't want to take along two things. But like I said, I won't take along everything. I think I want to take less, so hopefully people will notice more. And that way hopefully will sell better. It's just an experiment. The worst thing that can happen is the table is going to be cramped anyway, because you know my table is always cramped. But maybe just a little bit more spread out. We won't be taking along that many mugs. And maybe I will let some of the small stuff at home as well. And those who follow my library thing probably noticed I started adding books again. Just a couple each time. I even left a review of a book. And I know it's not a nice review, but it's about the book that I was lured in with a Kickstarter, my very first Kickstarter, and after when the funding was complete, the main artist suddenly dropped out and they got another artist in return, and that quality was uncomparable. I'm not saying the new artist was bad, but it's just very uncomparable of style. So, and I know I'm not the only one who's very disappointed about that. I mean, I saw someone offering the book like, I received my Kickstarter, who wants it for free? All you have to do is pay shipment. I don't even want money for the book itself. That kind of shows how people thought about it. And it's not a bad book, but it had so much baggage before it even started. I don't know if I already told it, but I finally got my pre-order of the new Melisande comic. So slowly I'm getting that collection in Dutch as well. I still have the French ones. I don't think I will be dumping them anytime soon. Plus I don't even know anyone who would want the French version, but you never know. Maybe in a couple of years I'll think differently. It is a way to practice French anyway. Yeah, I knew you already had them. You had them way before I did. The French versions anyway, yeah. What else? Not much. There is a story from work I wish to share. And I have to anonymize it, of course. But it was very inspiring. And in this case, it was, let's just say, the main water of the house had to be turned down. And we were ready to send plumbers, but the client said, could you wait a couple of days because I have my reasons, and they were valid reasons, not important to the story. But could you please come in a couple of days? Sure, we can, but then you won't have any water for a couple of days. Yeah, I know that's gonna be a hassle, but I'll manage. Don't worry about me. Are you sure? I mean, we're ready to go. We can come, and it was even free, so it was not like they had to pay or something like that. No, it was free because it was within our contract. Well, they were like, no, in a couple of days is fine. And we're like, well, if the client wishes, then I guess we have no choice but to wait. So, a couple of days later, our plumbers come and they're like, we're here to fix it. Oh, how wonderful. Yeah, but we gotta ask, all those days without water, what did you do? How did you survive? She was looking very fresh. They were looking very fresh and fruity. So maybe they showered somewhere else? Nope, they did not shower somewhere else. Apparently, they made use of the rain that was here the past couple of days. And they said we put outside, we put a couple of buckets outside, and it's been really raining a lot the past few days. And well, we collected all the water and we used that to water our plants and to flush the toilet. Okay. Yeah, and remember that really, really bad rain on that day? Yeah, we do. Well, I was like, whatever. I'm just going to go outside in my garden and take a shower in the rain. And I was like, shower in the rain? But it's so cold and the water is so unpredictable. And what about all the the soaps and all? Camera's no good. Let's try this. There we go. And need to look forward. Yeah, look forward. But they were very creative, and they really managed. Is it public if it's in your own garden? And I'm guessing they wore a bathing suit or something like that. Yeah, indeed. Like on the camping, we you can buy garden showers in the Netherlands, and that's just a hose on a pole. That's pretty much it. So, but I'm assuming they took public decency in mind. We didn't get any complaints from neighbors or the police. But still, I was amazed by the creativity, the resilience. And I was almost like, how about we send some flowers? But I was like, sending flowers because you took a shower in the garden? Not really needed. So yeah, lots of amazing stories this week. And that neck is way too thick. Just slightly more this way. Also had a lot of fun with I was browsing on a very big Dutch web store, and someone had put on little Efteling, the theme park Efteling merchandise, and in this case it was a miniature of a bench. And then in the subline, the tags, they had Christmas decoration, government assistance with light. And I was like, okay, there's no light, and a miniature of a bench is government assistance. It's just those things that I really like that. And in case you wonder, I'm not drawing the nose for comedic purposes, just to get the blank expression even more across. And I'm also thinking about creating new outfits in VTuber again, but first the painting, the cleaning, and other art that is actually important. So that is something for the future. I'm gonna reset again. I moved. Looking at that. Reset. And back again. Yeah, I really want to paint again as well, but I'm not sure if I can find the time to paint this week. If I do find time on Sunday, it's probably going to be offline because of personal reasons. But I still have plenty of stock. I'm not even caught up with all the Penny streams. I have Penny uploaded until November, I believe. And my cross streams are still until August or something like that. And that's even including my splitting them. I will check the pic later. Okay, there was a very weird noise outside. This is going to be an arm. And this is also an arm. I still have another project, and I think I'm going to start that project in January, if all goes well. It would include making new art for my novel, which is fine. Thus far I'm planning once a month, and might up it if people are very interested and it turns out it's less work. But thus far once a month is probably going to be tricky enough for me. It does mean that my visual novel game is on hold, and that's purely because it's just too much work at the moment, and the idea I have should be less work, but not really sure. So it's just an estimation, and if it does work, it's in celebration of releasing the 7th and last novel. Which is due next year. And of course, that project is intended to be free, enjoyable for all. And isn't that something I can draw on AnimeCon then? No, because I want to go fully mixed media. Ooh, that was a scary stare. I'm not looking that angry. I'm looking neutral. I actually have to force smiling. Oh, that's something I had at work as well. It was yesterday morning. I was absolutely cranky. I admit it was me. And of course, I take client calls, and it all went well. Don't worry about that. I wasn't mean to them. They weren't mean to me. And then about the 6th or 7th call, and the caller was like, "Oh, you're sounding so chipper and happy. Finally, someone who's cheerful this early in the morning." And I was like, dude, I'm so ready to pull you through the line. But I kind of know how to fake my voice so I sound chipper and happy without being chipper and happy. And it's quite it when I'm at work, it's not that easy to find out if I'm cranky, but usually you notice it at other interactions. For example, if I'm very cranky and I see someone struggling with a computer, I do not offer help. Not because I'm cranky and like, haha, just do it yourself, but I'm very worried that my crankiness will result in me being not nice. Is my watch? No, it's not. Okay. So I get less helpful, and if I get a question that I could consider quite stupid, no question is ever stupid, my answers can be a bit short. And I'm not saying mean, but just short. This is the answer. Go away. And if I get really cranky, usually when clients really upset me, usually because they're being very rude, then I become utterly polite and don't do anything extra. Just what I need to do and the bare minimum. If you're kind to me, I go above and beyond. And today someone was really venting to me, and justifiably. I told them all their rights. You can go there, you can go there, you can go there. Was it their complete rights? No. They were a bit overreacting. But they were still kind to me, and they wanted to know, what else can I do? Well, you can do this, that, and that's legal advice you can get for free. But if you have those people like, I demand, I do this. No. Nope. 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 Not gonna happen. Yeah, I understand that, but that's not something I can arrange. I know you want that, but I can't deal with that. I can't do that. So yeah, I do what I can, but just as much as how nice you are to me. If you're not nice, then I suddenly can't do more than my job. And I guess anyone would have that. Why would you go above and beyond for someone who's treating you like crap, like a punching bag? Surely, I have told people, Miss, Sir, it's okay. Just let it out. Just vent a little bit. And then you sometimes get a lot of interesting information. Sometimes a bit too much information, but okay. But yeah, I prefer killing with kindness, that tactic. But dealing with those clients does help me with dealing on conventions with rude people. I mean, I've had people like that's the biggest example I use is someone pointing at my shirt with a drawing of Kitty Ocean and then stating that is the worst Bloom I've ever seen. Bloom from Winx Club. And I'm like, but it's not even Bloom. Yeah, but they have orange hair. This isn't even orange. This is yellow with orange and to red. Yeah, but they have both have a blue shirt. Okay, so nobody can wear blue anymore. And both have blue eyes. Mine has purple, blue, and green in it. So yeah. Oh, I forgot Smilechan on the second panel. And actually my education helped a lot with the clients because my education is for kindergarten teacher and elementary school teacher, meaning you have to deal a lot with little kids. And yeah, a lot of clients are little kids. Did I drop for a moment? No frames dropped. I was suddenly welcomed to my own chat room. Also, for full transparency, I did not hear the parking garage collapsing, even though I live very near it. We have a house that's very soundproofed by the previous tenants, and in this case, yeah. I also didn't feel anything. Some people are like, I felt the floor shaking and all like that. And I'm like, no, not even feeling that. Okay, this is not a good... No, not liking this face. Not liking this face. Gonna start over. But I do save it in case I want it for later use. But you know, for the story, it needs to be... The first time I read about it was on Facebook. And I was like, Facebook? Nah, this has to be fake news. I didn't see anything happening on no news on the national page, not on local pages. I was like, nah, this has to be fake news. And then I decided to check the police scanner, which you can online, and then it turned out to be true. And it happened so recently that the news didn't even have time to get there yet. Also hydrate. I did have another comic planned. I wanted to do one about the assault, so that's gonna happen next week because I assuming nothing will happen the coming week. But technically, the assault comic, I know it sounds weird, can be done at any time. I'm hearing police again, but they're not staying, they're moving away. And those who are curious, it's a public site, no secret. 112meldingen.nl. My phone needs some juice. I have always a little cable here. It's not the best cable and it's not the most used, but so it can hang on until I go to bed and then plug it in the wall. Okay, why are they still going? It's a bit it looks like they're going to Vianen. And for privacy reasons I will not mention what, because even though this is public information, can you imagine this being your loved one and then on YouTube 50 years later you can hear someone saying, "Oh, I heard that." So if you want to know what might be going on, feel free to check it yourself. But I won't be mentioning it on stream. Now I need to put those fingers somewhere. Thumbs are here, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just need one more finger and it was difficult getting to sleep after hearing that news, because it just happened and there was so little information. When it first happened, we all thought we were told that the parking garage collapsed, and only later we heard a part of it, but it wasn't clear what, and were there people inside. So all that uncertainty was not easy for me to let go. Hence why I slept like crap. Because such things do affect me. Even though there's no need. I mean, I wasn't involved. And no one I know was in the hospital. Well, as far as I know, but I don't know many people. All my loved ones were accounted for. There were people who were like, "Oh, we have to go and see," and I was like, "Nope, nope, 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 going to stay inside. I do not wish to be a nuisance to the emergency services." If there's an emergency, I get out of the way. I'll read about it later, even though that's sometimes very hard. You want to be there, you want to see if you can help. But the best way to help is just to stay away. Just going to do a little head count. Who's still here? Okay, that's 3 hellos. I'm the 4th. So someone is looking along, but being silent. I have no idea. Let's see if I can. Apparently he did say hi, so apparently I think it's him. Probably doing multitasking again. Maybe sneakily translating book 7. I'm really curious to see how he will translate book 7. Because it is a different type of book. It's the same writing style. But while there were more adventures in previous books, like going places, that happens less. Now everyone is coming to them. And as someone told me, the books and the story grew with me, and they really liked book 7 because it wasn't just battle this and fight that. Sure, there are battles. I will not deny that. Battles are needed in the story, but there's also a whole part that's just politics. And I know some people are not much for politics, so I do hope they will give it a chance. I think the politics part is, I think, 5 or 6 episodes at most. There's also a story in it, and personally I find it the creepiest one I've written. I'm not sure if everyone will agree, but I consider it the creepiest one. I think this is it. These are the sketches. It's that mouth that's doing it. Or not doing it, actually. So if I have to say what I like best of all my books, first novel. Not much what I truly like. But maybe that's because I've been reading it way too often. But it's nostalgic to me. I mean, it's the first one I wrote of the series. Second book. What did I like best? The fact that there were 2 storylines at the same time. That you could see what happened in place A and place B, and it was just alternating. Then we have book 3. I liked the Romeo and Juliet part, and I liked the monster. Also, the introduction of my favorite characters all time, the Yami. Yes, I like them more than my main characters. Fourth novel. I think it's the Fire Saga. Fifth novel. Well, it technically is The Journey Across the World. Sorry if this is spoilers, but it is kinda hinted at the cover, so it's the journey part that I like. But considering I've just released book 6, oh no, book 6 is the journey. Book 5, what do I like? The ending. The ending of the book. So, and 6 was the journey around the world. And I really like creating the local costumes. So if you know me, you know I like designing clothes, and I could do that for book 6. And then book 7, what do I like best? We have the creepy story part, of course. I really like that, and the politics. Oh, you are most welcome to create my costumes in real life. You don't even have to ask. You may also create inspired outfits. You do not have to ask me permission. Credit would be nice. If you see an outfit I made and you're like, oh, I love that one, I want it as a costume, feel free to do so. I forgot to do those lines, so let's do that first. I thought I missed something else, but apparently not. Okie dokie. But yeah, I've always liked designing dresses. Dresses, outfits, and especially crazy outfits. Impractical dresses are even my fave. I mean, I had this whole calendar filled with impractical huge dresses. And with impractical huge, I mean like extremely long. You cannot walk in that type of dresses. So that was a challenge when I designed local outfits, because I couldn't create crazy outfits. It had to be um, something that people could actually wear. So I have a couple of costume books. Ordered a few more, so that's nice. I have a couple on the way, and have a few new ones. But yeah, it has to be practical, and that was new for me. It's creating something practical instead of impractical. And I'm always open for feedback. For example, I'm working on the wrong layer again. and lock it. Luckily, you couldn't see me working on the wrong layer. But anyway, when someone cosplayed as one of my characters for the first time, I was in tears, for the record. So not sure if that will ever happen again, because I was so surprised no one told me. And then they told me, like, I created this dress. However, if you wear it like you designed it, I would probably end up with a dress on the floor and nothing around my body. So I was like, yeah, okay. And she's like, that's why I created this and that to make it a bit more, yeah, like it could have been. And I was like, okay. So I incorporated that in my redesign. And it was just as simple as a little underdress. Would it have been an underdress in the story itself? Well, it was now, but maybe in that era and that context there was no underdress used after all. But yeah, that's my honoring of the first cosplayer. Incorporating their cosplay version into the book. But even if you want to create a cosplay version of one of my standees, even in your own colors. Okay, if you do it in your own colors, I won't recognize it right away. You probably will need to tell me, doesn't this look familiar? And I'm like, yeah, it does. And I'm going to dig into my mind like, it's apparently familiar. I should know this. Where is it coming from? So you might as well just tell me, look, I created my own version of your standee. And I was like, oh, cool. And I'm like, oh, wow. And then I get all happy and excited. There's a lot of little spots in this. Still need to do a bit of hair. Oh, feel free to paint that mermaid standee in whatever way you want. I am already planning a second version because, well, I still have a plate left, a big plate. I think I created 2 big plates. One for Gemini and one for Sienna, and then it turned out I didn't need it for Gemini, so I have one left. I have the first Sienna, which had a misprint, a little hole in it. So I'm going to pick 2 completely different colors, maybe some glow in the dark. Not sure yet. But considering Sienna is already released, it's probably going to be done later on. So I can add examples. And this is also a possibility. Okay, did I have everything except for the eyes? And this is the only one with normal eyes. Okay, that's a bit too much of the eyes. Just make them a bit smaller. Oops. Wrong layer. It does need to reach at least this. Nope, 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 nope. And now what's left is Smile Chan's open mouth. And then I can do the shading. I'm not going to use eye white in the other panels like 2, 3 and 4. No eye whites. Just to get this shocked expression across. For a moment I thought my VTuber was stuck. Okay, hydration time. So I've also received a few questions if I found something new in my mystery giveaway cabinet. And this time, there wasn't much. I found one book. And I found 2 glass plant pots. And one I want to decorate. with my other 3D prints just to show what else you can do. And the other one was like, yeah, it can be useful. And no, I myself don't have a lot of plants, but my love does have. They are the plant person. And I personally don't like having plants. Not because I don't like plants. I love plants. I love flowers. I'm just someone who's not very good at taking care of plants. I actually need to put a reminder in my calendar like water the plants. Okay, now I'm going to copy the line art. You can't see it, but that's okay. And then I'm going to move it up. I think I'm going to put it on a 10, because otherwise it might get too... my eyes might be... It already looks like my eyes might be, so... How about I just move it slightly? No, no, no. Maybe just one? Well, we already talked about what you can do in the rain. You can shower. Yeah, you can sing in the rain. Missed a spot. I always miss a spot. Now, let's see. Oh, missed a spot as well. Well, I'll fix that later. It was dark and in the evening, so... yeah, I think this was pretty much the color, so... that's a bit too big. And do we have an interesting font? I think it might be easier to just look in my fonts, because those have little examples. Just takes a while to load. Okay, let's see what creepy but clearly readable do I have. Yeah, let's make it cheerful. Okay, so apparently I have a lot of Chinese fonts. And Japanese. Huh. Oh, and Korean? Why do I have that? I mean, also Arab. Why do I have Arab? Okay, I don't have a good font. Maybe Blackadder? That's way too fancy schmancy. I actually need something blocky. Baby Cruey. Can I make it a bit bigger? Okay, let's first make it just plain straight. Then, well, it's okay if it maybe I can do something like this. Not normal and put it in a set. Duplicate. Pass through even more. And then is this something that looks... Just gonna experiment. I mean, if I am experimenting, let's do it right. You're not seeing a change. Okie dokie. Okay, so at least something works, you just don't see it yet. Distort. What else do I have? Pixelate. Facet. Nothing changed. I would have probably been off better if I just downloaded another font, but this is me just trying. I have no idea what that even was. Artistic. Blur. Seeing any difference again? Displays. I have no idea what that is. Nope. What I actually want is to just pixelate it and make it an actual pixels. Yeah, this works. Making it a bit darker. And it's going outside the frame on purpose. And actually, it was a very calm night. Except for this mosquito, I think. Go. But it is amazing that Facebook, or at least I'll just call them Facebook reporters, knew what was happening within 5-6 minutes. So apparently, the first thing people do when they see something collapse is go to Facebook. And notice I'm getting tired. And I do hope that if people decide to repost this comic, that at least they keep the bottom line. Like at the end, it turned out only a part was collapsed and there were no casualties. That sounds very alien. My guess is an electric vehicle. Anyway, you guys can go text check while I'll start up the text file. Let's see, what was the date? Okay, and then first I'm going to save this because I forgot to save. Then we're going to move the text over here. Okay. Konden aantrekken en aankonden trekken are both correct Dutch. Okay, well, everyone is okay with it, which is nice. And then I need to make and I got a complaint. The comic should have started with, "It was a night like any other. Until it wasn't! Lightning strikes. That reminds me of something I read in the chat. It was a dark and stormy night." So yeah, a lot of people are on par. But unfortunately, not such drama from me. Now, let's see. What's going to be the tracing of today? Oh, right. We have Malin and Irina. Not sure if I'm gonna do both. I'll just see. Like I said, I'm getting very tired. So instead of fan characters, it's going to be original character today. And even if I manage to do only one, it's better than nothing. And all the coins are still left to design. Okay. Because we have all the characters of book 1 done, so we're gonna start with book 2. And the other character is book 4, by the way. And yes, I made a few wings sketches, which may or may not be used for Irina. Not sure yet. I mean, not even sure if I want to give Irina wings. I mean, it would be fitting. There we go. So, meet Malin. And I'm not sure what I should mention about it. Because everything could be considered a spoiler. As the name implies, she comes from the Far East. And she is the best warrior of the Ice Hunters. And I know for book 1 people are like, Blade is the best husband. No. See, it does count. Blade is the best hunter. And the king of sarcasm. Her cheek is not cool. That's a better cheek. She's a very good fighter. Like I mentioned, best fighter of the Ice Hunters. And very emancipated. So don't ever try to take something from her because she's not weak. Don't think all these fingers are going to be shown separately, but this one certainly is not going to be shown. And the Far East in my novel stories, my world, is more or less a mix of Imperial China and Imperial Japan. I know that some people might consider that blasphemy, but I guess that's the best way to describe it. Not sure if it's gonna keep that empty. We'll have to check that later. And if you know all my designs quite well, you'll notice that she has the same pigtails as Sky Etoile. And Sky Etoile is the human form of Lady Luna from Serenade Moon. I just really like drawing pigtails this way. And of course, newer characters don't have this style of pigtails because Malin is unique. And see you next time. Thank you for joining. And Malin comes from a very, well, technically the whole planet is a man's world. Many countries do not know equality just yet. You could say it's the beginning of the age of emancipation. This is, by the way, the most energetic pose I've drawn for a standee just yet. I mean, the penny one is also quite energetic, but most are just standing around. You have Tenebra, which is a very detailed and complicated pose, but it's still standing and floating around. Sushi also has a quite energetic pose, but still is just standing around, and this is actually multiple points of articulation without the articulation. That's a bit too long. So if you need a female fighter character for your D&D, Malin could be your girl. And then we're gonna do the eyes. Malin has no magic. She doesn't need it at all. Well, she does have borrowed magic. On the Seiken you can borrow magic if you stay near a magic user. And then actually the most you get is telepathy. That also means that if you are not near a magic user anymore, you could lose that skill. And let's see the magic you have on Seiken. You have just the classic elementals, like fire magic. You have air magic, water magic. You have light magic, dark magic. It's all classified. And then you have the earth magic, which is elves. Only elves have earth magic, or so they thought. Because there are hints that humans can have earth magic as well, but it's very limited and unknown. It's new. Okay, let's see if this works out or that I need to change more. And you can only have access to one realm, so you can only have fire magic or only have earth magic. There's also witchcraft, and witchcraft technically falls under spirit magic. You have light and dark magic, which is technically sun and moon. That falls under air magic. So you technically all magic should fall under the 4 elements and the 5th element, the spirit. And you also have time magic, but time magic is it just doesn't exist in a way you think it does. Okay, let's upload this. Yes, first upload, then transparency white, enable smoothing, and we want extrude, convert. Ah, That fist is actually quite nice. Sure, the fingers are not shown, but that's to be expected. The eyes are a separate layer, which is nice. There's a big gaping hole in the back, so I need to fix that. And I want to fix the mouth. Do it on the same layer as the eyes. So first what we're going to do is get the eye color, get the pen color, be lazy, and clipping mask. And then we put this one here, and we noticed that this part is a hole, and it shouldn't be a hole. So that's the only hole part. Yeah, right above the eye. So we're gonna save it, and it's saved in the wrong folder. Well, okay. I'll fix that later, that's okay. Wait, I even saved it in the wrong... Oh, well. Okay. No gaping hole in the back. But it is from the mouth. Mouth is a big gaping hole. And that needs to be a different tone, because I can't use the background color. No gaping holes. And the top mouth is now closed. So, I think I can't do the mouth on the same layer. Because that ruins the open mouth part. Not sure if that's the wind or that it's thunder. Anyway, this is the last one I'm going to do, and I'll do Irina next week. Okay, so that didn't fix it. Well then. Redo. Redo. This one. And what we need to do is first we're gonna delete this layer. And we're gonna make this slightly lower. Let's see how that works. It's just those little details again. Oi, 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 oi. Let's just say that this top part is now at the same height as the hair. That's not good. Buck teeth. Let's see what happens if I just do it like this. Okay, mouth is now at the same level as the eyes. No longer the same height as the line art. And it's fully closed, so yay! Download. So, this is Malin. And next week I'll do Irina. Irina is a book 4 character, but yeah, she does fall under the secondary characters. And then we're gonna have detailed ones. Shiny Moon, fan art, Forever Young, Forever Young, Forever Young, Forever Young, Forever Young, Forever Young, Shiny Moon, Forever Young, Forever Young and Shiny Moon. Already done. Extras. Forever Young. Forever Young. Shiny Moon. Mission. Shiny Moon and Forever Young. Penny. Penny. Random and Forever Young. Forever Young. Forever Young. Forever Young. Shiny Moon. Shiny Moon. And then I can start drawing again. So, that's something we'll be doing starting next week again. So, but I'm getting there, and then I need to design all the coins, which is going to be tricky for some, because I mean I have no idea what to do for Malin just yet. I think something with a fist, but I want to prevent making it look like Pokemon. I believe they have a fist for the what's it called, for the fighting type. But yeah, Malin is fists. Fists and feet, by the way, so don't worry about that. So, anyway, this was it for this week. I'll be seeing you again next week. Bye bye!